Hello, I'm Dean Wilson and welcome to the world of travel. I'm really excited because we're going to be celebrating the wonderful world of cruise and travel to help match you with your perfect holiday, along with some fantastic offers. Today we're featuring Saga Holidays, the award-winning travel company that takes over 50s all over the world on hotel stays, cruises, escorted tours and tailor-made holidays. Today's focus is escorted group touring with Saga, and they have two special offers for us today. We'll have the full details on both of these offers a little bit later on. But what I can tell you now is that both offers will save you a handy 10% off the brochure price. You'll find all the info at saga.co.uk/TV, together with the full terms and conditions. I'll also be joined by some fabulous guests who will be sharing their expert advice to help you get the most from your tour. And don't forget, we also have a fantastic competition with a prize I know you'll love. More details a little bit later on. And if that wasn't enough, Michelin-star chef Marc Fosh will be whipping up some delicious food for us to sample, and it sounds like a good place to be right now. It's also time to meet our guests. First of all, joining us, we have Andy Squirrel from Saga Holidays. Welcome, Andy.
Thank you. Nice to have you here.
Also joining us is travel journalist Kay Holland. Let's get started. Andy, do you want to tell us really a little bit more about Saga Holidays themselves?
Absolutely. So we specialise in holidays for the over 50s. We've been around for over 70 years now, and we think that time we've sort of developed the know-how, the expertise, the experience to really give an amazing tour holiday. We really focus heavily on value, so it's really important to us that we try and include more in those tours. So that includes things like a home pickup service, so we pick up our guests from home, take them to the airport, meet them when they come back and take them home. It takes all the stress and hassle out of taxis and airport parking and all that sort of thing. Lots of meals included, but also the chance to dine out and experience the local cuisine, which is really important as well. And more excursions, but not just the highlights. We really try and get in the hidden gems in there as well. So, and it's often, when we talk to guests, it's those hidden gems that they really remember most.
And it's the escorted touring programmes that are really important, aren't they? Because even though you feel like you're going on a tour, you're not actually having to do everything. You've still got a bit of choice.
We always talk about them as sort of being hassle-free, you know, and that's how it should be, so that guests can just really enjoy what they're there to see, the reasons why they've chosen that tour, and the tour manager is there to really make sure that all happens just seamlessly.
So you've got a go-to throughout your holiday?
Absolutely, yeah, all the way throughout, and often a local guide as well who will, you know, so tour manager will look after your logistics.
And they'll bring that expert knowledge.
They'll bring that expert knowledge, and they'll really make it a social, you know, and fun holiday as well.
Now, normally when you start your holiday, you're grabbing your cases, you're dragging them out of the house, and you're trying to get the things in the back of the car, and you're trying to get to the airport and that sort of stuff. And the holiday doesn't really start until you have your first point at the airport, I suppose.
Yep.
But the VIP travel and the transfer means it starts the minute you step out the front door, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so your driver will come and knock on your door, and that's it. You're then in the care of Saga, and so whatever happens from that point onwards, you're taken care of right from door to door. And it's great when you get back, you know, your driver's there waiting, no hassle.
And this is all backed up, because this isn't just a hearsay. You've won some great awards because of this, haven't you?
Yeah, but most recently at the British Travel Awards, which is all voted by, you know, by consumers, we won the Best Travel Company for Group Escorted Touring, which we were really proud of.
And that's the public saying yes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's really fantastic.
It's the nod of approval, yeah.
So what are the over 50s really looking for in a holiday then?
Well, I think I'm in adventure, but I think with a bit of a safe surround, you know, so they don't want to have to worry too much about the things that may cause hassle or worry. But, you know, we've got a lot of tours that, you know, some of them are really off the beaten track, some of them are a bit more relaxed. So there's lots of different touring styles to suit whatever it is you're looking for, and whatever destination you want to go to. Like
myself, young at heart.
Yep.
Good answer. Right, thanks, Andy, for those insights. OK, it's time to tell you all about Saga Holidays' first offer, which is an unforgettable trip to India's Golden Triangle and the Ranthambore National Park. Here's how it looks. Now, on the first day, you'll depart the UK on an overnight flight to Delhi. On day two, this is spent in Delhi, the power centre for a succession of mighty empires. You'll have the chance to explore Delhi's forts, temples and tombs, shop chili a drop in the markets and soak up the street life. Now, on day three, today you'll travel from Delhi to Agra, an essential stop on India's Golden Triangle tourist circuit. As we head into day four, it's all about Agra, where the big attractions are the Taj Mahal. We're talking about that in just a second. Of course, the Taj Mahal is by no means the only attraction. The massive red sandstone Agra fort and the stirring Akbar's mausoleum are both worth a visit. as our Culinary Bazaar for everything from shoes to spices. Day 5, it's on to the deserted 16th century city of Fatehpur, or followed by a train ride into the Indian jungle and Ranthambore. Day 6, you'll have a whole day to explore Ranthambore, a former royal hunting ground that is home to tigers, leopards and marsh crocodiles. Departing Ranthambore on day 7, you'll travel to Jaipur. Day 8, you'll have a day's city tour of Jaipur and, of course, India's celebrated Pink City, including a guided tour of the bush-toned Amber Fort. It sounds amazing, doesn't it? And day 9, it's back to Delhi for one of the most historic capitals in the world, where you'll find a further discovering its layered existence and vibrant street life. On day 10, from Delhi, you'll catch your flight back to the UK. Phew, what an immersive holiday, a truly unforgettable itinerary with so much to take in. Even reading it takes your breath away, doesn't it? And you're sort of there. And straight away, there are a couple of little highlights that I know we want to talk about. I'm going to start with the UK.
Well, I mean, that whole trip is a highlight. India is just fabulous. It's so colourful. It's a feast for the senses. It can overwhelm, though, which is probably why I think doing it with an escorted tour company like Saga Holidays is such a good idea, particularly for this itinerary. If I had to pick one highlight, it's got to be the Taj Mahal.
I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of people, it's on a bucket list, isn't it?
Honestly, Dean, I think it's the most beautiful building in the world. Carved out of white marble, but it changes sort of colour, the hues, depending on the time of day.
Does it?
So my tip is you've got to go at sunset and also sunrise,
so
just to see it in the different light. But yeah, if it doesn't take your breath away, there's something wrong with you.
Oh, OK, then that's okay. And Andy, from our itinerary, what would you put out?
I think, as Kay said, it's the perfect itinerary if you've never been to India before, because it really covers all of those highlights that you want to see. It's the ideal way to really get in and say, is India a country for me that I want to go back and see more of? You'll see so many highlights. I mean, I would pull out Ranthambore as well, which is to go down and see the tigers. It's about an 80% chance that you'll see them, and we do several game drives while we're there. So you're giving yourself a really great chance.
And I love also in your itinerary, there's some really authentic experiences. One thing you have to do in India, train ride.
Yes.
And you have in that you've got a train journey.
That's right, yeah.
Sort of a legacy of the British Raj. It's such fun.
And the thing about it all is, I think it's just like the hassle-free thing. I think for me personally, to see all that and having to organise all that, I can't even imagine where you'd start. So you go and you just experience it, and that's the main thing. We are now just about to have a look into how this deal comes together and what it means to you. OK, if India is the destination for you, here's everything you need to know about this escorted tour package. The prices include 10 excursions, including city tours of New and Old Delhi, Jaipur, visits to Taj Mahal, Agra Fort, Fatehpur, and a quintessential train journey as well, which we mentioned earlier, and 3 game drives to see tigers in the Ranthambore National Park. 8 nights in quality hotels, return international flights, 18 meals included, a tour manager plus local guide throughout, VIP door-to-door transfers and transportation. I could go on. This is absolutely superb. This offer is based on a 10th of February 2025 departure. If you can't get away on February the 10th, do check saga.co.uk/TV to see what else is available. Supplements may apply. If this India Odyssey is for you, you can book right now by calling 0808 304 9817, quoting World of Travel 10, and speak to one of the knowledgeable team at Saga Holidays. It's that simple. Have a chat with the team and your India escorted tour is in the bag for 2025. So for everything you need to know, plus the full terms and conditions, please visit saga.co.uk/TV. On the website, you'll find also the find further escort tours and offers to tempt you as well. Right, I'm heading to the kitchen for a taste of India. Now I can smell the herbs, some spices going on. I'm expecting great things as we join Marc Fosh in the kitchen again. Good to see you,
Dean.
Marc.
Nice to see you.
Hi everyone, let me introduce Michelin-star chef and expert sommelier Marc Fosh. Marc, I believe you're conjuring up something delicious and street foody?
We are, yeah. I've got my own golden triangles here in the shape of these
Oh, see what you did there.
vegetable samosas. Traditionally, kind of Indian street food, along with pakoras and these kind of things. Today I've made a puree of potato with peas, lots of spices, some garam masala, a bit of cumin, coriander, and...
I'm hearing vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
Fabulous.
At last.
But India is so great, isn't it, for vegetarian food?
Yeah, absolutely. It is, yeah. There's some wonderful vegetarian dishes, and these kind of things, you can either have a main course, a starter, or just a simple snack. No? So I'm serving it today with a dipping sauce of yogurt, mango, chili, coriander, and lime.
Amazing.
So,
Perfect combination.
and I finish with a few sesame seeds.
This is such a part of doing a tour to India, isn't it? The food is almost up there with the destination.
Absolutely,
So-
yeah.
Some of the tours, you
Yeah.
can do food tours, and people get a bit scared about India with the street food, but if the locals are going there, go for it.
I think that's a great, wherever you go actually, if you go with the locals go, you tend to
Yep.
find great food, don't you? Should we have a dip?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
If you mind.
Yeah,
Tom,
be
mate.
careful, they might be a bit hot.
Oh, yeah.
But dig in once you get
Dig
the
in.
I'm
sauce.
just going to use my fingers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go on, Andy, go
Right,
for
let's
it.
have a go.
Yeah.
Is it hot?
I'll go last, because if it's hot, I've got to talk, haven't I? So you get
True.
be careful. I'll wait for the reaction. Oh, I can hear the crunch.
Yeah, nice when they're nice and
10 out of
crispy like
10.
this.
That is
That's amazing. Really good.
Is that good?
That's a carrier for that great dip.
Yeah,
Cucumber's fresh, isn't it?
Really such a simple thing as well, but...
And yeah, a lot of Indian food's like that, street food, isn't it? It is very, very simple. Cooked quickly, quick, fresh.
And it's not always... People often think of Indian food as going to be spicy and hot, but it's not. It's just full of
Absolutely.
flavour and, yeah.
That's a
And
really good
you can
point.
temper it with the dips as
Yeah.
well. All they love.
And as you say, so much vegetarian food. I mean,
Yeah,
these
definitely.
are fantastic.
And also, again, it's all part of the experience. It's all where you're going, the colours, and close your eyes and think of India. You think of food, you think of colour, don't you? A 10-day Golden Triangle holiday for you? What do you think? And the Ranthambore National Park itinerary includes this. Let me just remind you, 10 excursions, including city tours of New and Old Delhi, so you get both parts. And you've got Jaipur, visits to the Taj Mahal, Agra Fort and Fatehpur Sikri, a quintessential train journey, and 3 game drives to see tigers in Ranthambore National Park. I would love to do that. I would just love, to be up close to tigers. Then you've got 8 nights in quality hotels, return international flights, 18 meals included, and a tour manager plus a local guide throughout, so you can ask questions and know exactly what you're doing. VIP door-to-door transfers and transportation as well. Book by calling 0808 304 9817 and quoting World of Travel 10 for a 10% discount. One final thing before we go, the competition. What's more, there's also a chance to win a breathtaking Iceland tour with Saga Holidays worth £3,830. Shall I say that again? £3,830. My mouth's watering. To enter, you've got to be in it to win it. All you need to do is visit saga.co.uk/TV, where you'll also find the full terms and conditions and answer just a simple question. There you go. Now, when our presentation continues in a moment, we'll have another deal from Saga Holidays and more from our fabulous guests. So now it's more top tips from our friends at The Sun, and here's a lady in the know, Lisa Minot. This is turning into a catchphrase and I love it. Lisa, first thing, have you got any top tips you can give me for travelling on a tour type holiday?
Well, I really think that tour holidays are a fantastic way for people to maybe broaden their horizons, go somewhere a little bit off the beaten path, but in the knowledge that actually they're going to be looked after, that someone else has done all of the hard work. They've researched exactly where you should go, what you should be doing. It's the perfect holiday for someone who wants to go somewhere a little bit different, but actually at the same time doesn't want to worry about having to do all of that organisation themselves.
Absolutely. Now, top tips for getting the most out of your tour holiday, because some people want it fast-paced, some people like it a little bit slower.
Yeah, and there is actually a tour for every type of holiday maker. Do your research, make sure that you've actually got the right type of tour for you. And many of the companies actually will tell you, look, this is a fast-paced tour. We're going to be visiting 6 temples in a day in Thailand, something like that. But others will have a lot more sort of free time. So if you're the kind of person who wants to sort of see as much as possible and you're able to sort of keep up with that pace, choose one of those fast-paced tours that you'll see so much on that it really will sort of that benefit you. Other people prefer to maybe have a little bit of downtime, time to explore on their own, and you really will find a tour that suits every single type of person out there.
And finally, how do I know if a tour holiday is for me?
Well, I mean, I really think that for anyone who's looking at maybe going to the Far East, to South America, to India, it's an ideal way for you to be able to do everything. I mean, because these tours will tick off all of the main sites, all of the sort of must-see, must-do places. But you're not going to have to worry about getting around, the logistics of how you're going to get from one place to another. They'll also research what the best restaurants are, what the best hotels are. So it takes all of the worry out of the trip for you. All you have to do is sit back, relax and enjoy.
Well, Lisa, thank you very much for those top tips. We'll see you very soon. Don't forget, more top tips from the sun coming up here, and we'll see you next time.
Hello and welcome to the world of travel. We're celebrating the wonderful world of cruise and travel to help match you with your perfect holiday, along with some fantastic offers. I've been joined today by Andy Squirrel from Saga Holidays, who have another fantastic itinerary and offer, and this one will take you to Costa Rica. And it's all happening in a few moments. But first, Andy, tell us what we can expect from an escorted tour from Saga.
Well, I think as well as great people that you're going to be in the company with, I think our tour managers really do make the tours. So we have our own tour manager excellence program. So we put all of our new tour managers through that. It's really to help them be the best they can be. And I don't really like manage and holiday being in like the same sentence. It sounds a bit odd. They're not there to manage you. They're just there to enable every guest to get their own personalised experience.
And
out
then
of the
they've
tour.
been through this programme. They're all at the same sort of exceptional standard.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they all know what to do and how to respond.
And that standard is reflected in the surveys that you come back from the customers, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we of course we ask all of our guests, how did they enjoy their holiday, and our tour managers will regularly score 9.5 out of 10 or more. So they really do appreciate that.
And it's not just the tour manager. You use local tour guides as well, don't you?
Yeah, and so local guides bring that passion for the country, where they live, and really bring storytelling. So it just elevates.
Yeah, they've got the insider knowledge.
Completely. So really does elevate the experience.
So that's sort of things to do. But I mean, personally, I cherish my own time sometimes. Time on yourself. What happens if I want to have some free time?
Well, I think the way that we craft and create tours, and it's changed a lot in the last 10, 20 years, and people do want free time. They don't want to be in a herd. So on all of our itineraries now, we will have built-in free time where people can just enjoy the hotel facilities. They can go to an optional tour, or they can just go and explore on their own.
Now, we've built free time, obviously, into Solid, you just said. But with fast-paced tours like India and Costa Rica, I mean, is there going to be lots of free time or small amounts of free time? How does that work?
Well,
it varies, I suppose.
Yeah, it really varies. And we're very clear in terms of we give our customers like a pace guide. So if they want something more relaxed, they can pick a tour that's got lots and lots of free time built in. And Costa Rica, that we'll talk about in a minute, is a great example of that. Yeah.
So you don't have to do exactly what's on.
Absolutely not. No, and
great.
You can stay put and just enjoy the hotel. Yeah.
Love that. So now we're going to delve into our second escorted tour offer that we've been talking about, which takes us to Costa Rica, the jewel of Central America. It's a 3-center tour, which means you have longer in each destination to give you a chance to really explore, as well as having some free time to yourself to relax, as we've just been talking about. Let's look at that itinerary then. Day 1, depart from the UK for San Jose. You'll enjoy a VIP door-to-door travel service with Saga. Day 2, San Jose. Enjoy a guided tour of San Jose to get an insight into Costa Rica's cosmopolitan but often chaotic capital. Now, day 3 to 6, we're going to Tacoles, your home for 4 nights. It's located on the Tacoles River on the edge of the Carrara National Park. 2 unique ecosystems converge here, tropical and dry Pacific, and your hotel is set on a 500-acre private rainforest reserve with suspended forest walkways and nature trails, and over 230 species of bird, including scarlet macaws, parrots and toucans. Now, excursions include boat trips, wildlife tours and rainforest walks as well. Now, in days 7 to 13, we're in Muelle San Carlos. Arenal next, we make our way into the vibrant green agricultural heart of northern Costa Rica, where we stay for 7 nights close to the adrenaline capital of La Fortuna and Arenal National Park. There are optional daily excursions where you can choose to be as active or as lazy as you like, with rainforest walks, boat trips, or even rainforest canopy walks. I mean, and that's exactly what we've just been talking about, isn't it? You can either do lots and lots of great stuff, or you can just sit back and relax.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Kate, highlight in there for you so far?
Oh, I think it's got to be no offence to San Jose, it's got to be the 2 centres, hasn't it? The wildlife, where you can really immerse yourself. You know, you might just want to sit on a deck with a drink in hand, listen to the birds' song. Bliss.
But you also like a city centre, don't you?
I do like
a
city centre.
And shopping.
And shopping. You know me well, Dean.
Well, we've learned about you. Day 14, we head back to San Jose for one final day, and day 15 and 16, we catch your overnight flight back to the UK. Sounds good, eh? Well, in a moment, I will tell you exactly what's included in your deal. Now, an escorted tour with Saga Holidays includes this: 4 including excursions, along with a variety of additional optional excursions and wildlife experiences. 14 nights in quality hotels, return international flights and free bar, including local beers, alcoholic and soft drinks, tea and coffee for 16 hours a day in Tarcoles and Muelle San Carlos. Tour manager, VIP, door-to-door transfers and transport, etc. etc. This is based on a departure date of January the 9th, 2025. Now, if Costa Rica is calling you, you can book this escorted tour by calling 0808 304 9817 and quoting World of Travel 10 for a 10% discount to one of the knowledgeable team at Saga Holidays. So to find out more and for all the terms and conditions, visit saga.co.uk/TV. You'll also find more offers and itineraries from Saga Holidays right there. Now, it's time to head back to Marc in the kitchen for a taste of Costa Rica. Don't start without me, I can smell food. Oh, wow, now then,
Okay.
everyone, what do we have here, Marc? What can passengers expect to eat in Costa Rica when we arrive there?
Well, probably the most traditional dish, which you'll find there, is Gallo pinto.
Pinto.
Which basically means speckled rooster.
Does it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. So what we have is rice, and it's kind of speckled with black beans.
Oh, OK.
And it's supposed to resemble a kind of typical chicken that's got...
Nice and colourful.
yeah, that plumage. So here I've got the rice, black beans. I've added some cumin, coriander, some garlic. So this is a very rustic, traditional dish, family dish.
Okay.
Quite often this would be served with a fried egg on top.
Yeah.
Very, very simple, or just maybe a very fine minute steak, just whacked on top. But we are going to serve it today just to freshen it up a little bit with a typical salsa of tomato,
Lovely.
coriander,
And
red
this
onion.
is the type of thing you can expect when you're on holiday with Saga for this type of holiday
Yeah.
in Costa Rica, yeah?
Absolutely. You know, the hotels will serve a real mix of local cuisine like this and international dishes as well. You know, guests can just, take their choice.
And I think we've mentioned this before, Kay. It's a great way to experiment with food. If you're someone who hasn't really,
Broaden your
if you're not a
horizons.
foodie yet, you might come back a foodie.
Expand your taste buds. It's a great way to try it. If you don't like it, you have something different the next night.
Yeah, and you don't feel bad, do you? That you haven't, have a bit of that, a little bit of this, and chef, that does look very, very
That looks
colourful.
great.
Beware of the chilies, Kay.
Yeah.
A little chilly.
A
not
little
too
chili,
much.
but just be careful. Can I
It's
hand
not
this
too
over?
spicy?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, not too spicy. And, but I suppose with a dish like this, Chef, you don't have to add chilli and you don't have to add tomato. You can really mix it to your taste. If you want to do this and bring it home to your own home, you can do that.
It's very typical. There's a sauce called Salsa Lizano, and it's very traditional there, and it's very normally Gallo pinto has this Salsa Lizano in it as well. Has a slight chilliness to it.
Yeah.
But you could use Worcester sauce or something like that as well as a substitute.
Now then, I've noticed, and I can't help but notice, of course, we've got a nice drink. Is this a cocktail or
this is a guaro sour, no? Guaro really in Spanish kind of means like dirty sour. So this one is with a typical aguardiente from Costa Rica.
Okay.
It's called guaro, and it's a green aguardiente. So there's lots of lime juice in there, aguardiente, a little egg white, and Angostura's bitters.
They like their egg white, don't they, in drinks in Central and South America?
Yeah, and a lot of
So
these
it's got aniseed
sours.
in it.
Yeah, that's something really, it's quite strong.
In the aguardiente.
Oh, that's my drink.
That has a
I do
kick.
like that.
does.
Must have been young. I don't know. Well, if you'd like to take a 16-day Costa Rica tour, this departs on January the 9th, 2025, and it includes 4 including excursions along with a variety of additional optional excursions and wildlife experiences. You choose. 14 nights in quality hotels, return international flights, 42 meals and free bar, including local beers, alcoholic and soft drinks, tea, coffee for 16 hours a day in Tarcales and Muela San Carlos. Amazing value. And, you know, if you want a cup of tea, have a cup of tea. That's just what I say. Tool manager, VIP door-to-door transfers, transport, etc. As I said before, if Costa Rica is calling you, you can book this escorted tour by calling 0808 304 9817 and quoting World of Travel 10 for a 10% discount to one of their knowledgeable team at Saga Holidays, and they'll sort it out for you. Now, don't forget to enter a competition to win a breathtaking Iceland tour with Saga Holidays worth £3,830. All you need to do is visit saga.co.uk/TV and answer a simple question. And as they say, it could be you. It could be who. I haven't tried this yet. Can I have it? It's a spare fork. Do you mind? Mind the chili. TV tip.
This is something, Mark, I would have after work even. It's just a...
Yeah, I mean, it is.
satisfying.
It's almost sometimes there you'll have it as breakfast dish as well.
Yeah.
Say maybe with scrambled eggs, with fried eggs on top.
Oh, hang on, I've dropped my lime.
But as I say, it's one of those. It's kind of a peasant dish in lots of ways, you know, to feed a family.
Yeah.
With lots of rice and beans.
Fill them up.
You know, very traditional.
It's a nice, like, one dish meal, isn't
exactly, yeah.
So, quick question then: how do you make a dish that simple, so tasty? What's the secret?
Well, I just keep adding lots of flavour to it. I mean, there's a little garlic, cumin, coriander, chilli. You can't really go wrong with those kind of flavours.
And you also have mentioned many times, Mike, it's about fresh ingredients. If you can get fresh ingredients, you're halfway there, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And once again, when you're going on these type of experiences, and you're going to go to places that really much are using fresh ingredients and markets, that sort of thing.
Absolutely. All of the hotels will be looking for the freshest, most local ingredients that they can use. Yeah.
Well, that all sounds absolutely superb. If it sounds superb to you and you'd like to go to Costa Rica, you know what to do. You go to the website, get yourself that holiday. As always, okay, thank you. Andy, thank you. It's been a pleasure. And also to Chef Mark. That's it for Saga Holidays. My thanks to the team. We really appreciate you being with us. And remember that if you want to book your holiday, you need to go to the website. There's lots of other holidays as well, and lots of information from the team at Saga. They're there to help you and help to get the absolute holiday that you want. And so it leaves me to say thanks for us. We're going to tuck into some more food. And for now, I hope you enjoy Costa Rica.
Cheers. Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.